Celebrities and comedians came to honor and laugh with the king of comedy, Jerry Lewis, at the Friars Club Roast at New York's Hilton Hotel. Chris Elliott, who got his start with physical comedy as the man under the stairs on the David Letterman show, says Lewis is a legend in his own time and definitely influenced his own comedy.
Well, to me, what makes him a legend is that he sort of combines everything that's ever made me laugh into one person. And I have a very broad taste in comedy. I grew up, watching W.C. Fields and Laurel and Hardy and the Marx Brothers, but I also loved Andy Kaufman and my dad's work. But Jerry Lewis sort of, whenever I watched him, it was like I was watching everything combined into this one guy, and I think that's what makes him a legend. I think my persona is fairly a kind of nut, and I think to a degree there's some similarity there, but I could never have mastered the physical stuff that he was able to do.
Every comedian needs a straight man, and Jerry Lewis had one in spades with the late Dean Martin. In their 10 years working together, Lewis and Martin made 16 films. Seinfeld star Jerry Stiller says their comedy team was effortless and wishes he could get away with some of Jerry's humor.
There was no competition between the two of them, and that's the truth. I mean, I described there was no air between them as actors. They weren't judging each other. There was never anybody overseeing the other. So there was a freedom that if you have that as an actor, you got everything. And Dean and Jerry were those two. I adored him. He was like a kid who cut up. He did all the things you couldn't do in life. And there he was on stage screaming and hollering, If I did it, I'd get arrested.
Sopranos star Vincent Pastore was a Jerry Lewis fan ever since he was a kid and became a groupie of his Labor Day muscular dystrophy telethons. The tough Italian actor admitted to weeping during the 24-hour fundraiser.
To me, Jerry Lewis is my life. I grew up with first Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis, and then Jerry, and then Dino they go their ways. And I watched them on the telethon when they had their reunion, and I used to even go to the telethons and sit there like a groupie. And I used to cry for 24 straight hours whenever that show was on. So it's like, and I also donated, so I don't think I just sat there and watched for nothing.
At 80 years old, Jerry Lewis will certainly go down in history for making us laugh in over 70 comedy classics, such as The Nutty Professor, Cinderfella, and The Bellboy.